All right, hello everyone and welcome to my webinar, How EdTech Companies Can Create New Business Models with AI, including GPT. My name is Shemi and I'm happy to be with you today. Let's start with a couple of organizational issues. This webinar will be recorded, of course. Link to the recording along with a copy of the presentation will be shared with all of you after the session. Please note that the presentation will include all the links to the materials and resources and references that we will discuss together throughout the webinar. And before we dive into the webinar, I'd like to share with you that starting this month, I decided to aim to connect with you more frequently. What does it mean? Well, I plan to interact with you every month, either through LinkedIn audio or webinars. And I highly appreciate all of your suggestions, so don't hesitate to propose topics or message me privately anytime if you wish. To ensure you don't miss these events, I encourage you to follow my LinkedIn profile and click the bell icon for notifications. This way, you will always be updated with my latest content. So a couple of sentences about me. So I believe that behind every business, there is a story waiting to be told. So let me share mine. By the way, if you saw my previous webinar, you might already be familiar with the story. So feel free to grab a cup of coffee while I share it with the newcomers. Well, since I was a kid, the data and I have had a one-of-a-kind bond. When I was 10 years old, I was diagnosed with diabetes, which meant that data suddenly became a major part of my everyday life. At the young age, my world was turned upside down and every single day revolved around non-stop calculation. As you probably know, the diabetes is a condition that affects your life in multiple ways. You need to calculate what you eat, how active you are, etc. And that way, data began to shape every choice I made, from what I ate and drank to how I spent my free time. As I've grown older, I've come to appreciate the power of data even more. I took on the role of data scientist at CERN. There I honed my skills in AI and machine learning. And later I founded Diabetes Lab company and created the Sugared mobile application to help others with diabetes to manage their condition more effectively using the latest technology. And now with DLabs AI, my team and I get to harness data to improve not only the lives of those with diabetes, but the lives and the businesses of our global client base as well, obviously. We use AI and machine learning to help businesses improve workflows, drive efficiencies, and discover new AI business models. All right, that's enough about me. I hope those of you who took a coffee break are back with us as we are about to move on to the next section. So let's dive into the exciting world of EdTech and AI. Let's begin by looking at the global statistics for AI in education. The market size was valued at 4.25 billion in 2023, and it's expected to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 45% from 2023 to 2028. And this rapid growth highlights the increasing interest and investment in AI technologies in education. Regarding market share, the largest part of AI in education is dominated by learning platforms and virtual facilitators. In the second place, we have intelligent tutoring systems, which provide students with personalized and adaptive learning experiences. And in the third place, there is a smart content, which uses AI to create and curate tailored learning materials. But the EdTech market is also abundant in other innovative initiatives, such as platforms that streamline access to education. For example, one of our clients unites students, universities, and the global community, making the process of studying abroad much simpler. They empower students to pursue their dream courses wherever they choose, thereby by breaking down geographical barriers and creating a truly global educational community. Another interesting data states that over 47% of learning management tools will be powered by AI in the following 3 years. It shows a growing trend of integrating AI into educational tools and resources, which has the potential to impact the learning experience significantly. And lastly, a study by McKinsey & Company found out that 86% of educators believe technology, including AI, must be a vital component of education. It illustrates the recognition and support from educators who understand the value and potential AI can bring to the future of education. Based on the recent study by McKinsey in collaboration with Microsoft, it's estimated that 20 to 40% of teachers' time is currently spent on tasks that could be automated using available technology. This equates to about 13 hours per week that could be redirected towards activities that result in improved student outcomes and increased teacher satisfaction. The study indicates that leveraging existing technology can enable teachers to shift 20 to 40% of their time toward more impactful student-centric activities. So before we get to the challenges, please let me give you some more data. Even though AI is often talked about and has many potential benefits for many companies it's still just a popular term with no real impact. Rewind to 2020, 78% of European companies were aware of AI. However, only a scant 7% had taken the leap to actually incorporate it into their operations. You're probably thinking, sure, but that's 3 years ago. We've come a long way, right? Well, to my observation, as we stand in 2023, where AI is the talk of the town, the landscape hasn't shifted dramatically. There is a lot of chatter about AI, countless articles, endless discussion. Even there is a funny meme that everybody knows about AI. Everybody's an expert AI now, and a wealth of AI-related news. But the step from taking about AI to actually embedding it in a business strategies seems like a leap too far for many. Why is this case? The reasons are as varied as they are complex, and I will explain those in a bit. But one common roadblock I've noticed is these companies recognize the potential that AI holds, yet when it comes to integrating the powerful technology into their business, they hit a wall. They perceive it as too pricey, too intricate, or perhaps not tailor-made for their specific business needs. Some simply lack a clear-cut areas where AI could lend a hand. So we're left with the million-dollar question. How do we surmount this obstacle? How do we figure out the best spots in our business to use AI to make a real difference? Let's check this out. In EdTech world, we can identify the right areas for AI implementation. Remember that the selection of areas for AI implementation should be conscious and strategic. It's not about using AI for the sake of using it, but leveraging technology to achieve tangible business value. So first, start by understanding where your company stands and where it's heading through business strategy analysis. Where are your primary business objectives, strategies to achieve them? AI should serve as a tool to assist in accomplishing those goals. Once you understand your strategic objectives, identify the areas that pose the most significant challenges in achieving them. This step, the identification of challenges and needs, might include efficiency issues, data analysis problems, or difficulties in understanding and meeting customer needs. AI can be particularly helpful in these areas. Next is the business process analysis, where you need to analyze your business from the process standpoint, identify areas of delay, potential for automation, and decision-making points that could benefit from data and AI support. And in the next step, don't forget to keep an eye on your competition during your market and competition analysis. If you are using AI, if they are using AI, how they are doing it, what's working for them and what isn't. Plus, are there any trends or innovations you could be taking advantage of? Finally, ensure consultations with your team and customers. Ask your team where they see the greatest opportunities for AI. Ask your customers what improvements they would like to see in your offerings. In the context of EdTech, this might involve identifying areas where AI can assist in personalized learning experiences, analyzing student data, automating grading, developing interactive learning programs, etc. All right, each business is unique, but also encounters some shared challenges. This can direct us towards areas where AI might provide the most benefit. And now let's dive into the most common issues in the EdTech and see how AI can assist in solving them. The EdTech industry is booming like never before, with rapid growth and increasing investment in the sector. However, this growth also brings challenges, particularly in the form of ever-rising competition. With over 8,000 companies listed on Crunchbase, Standing out and maintaining unique identity can be extremely tough. So what can you do? Let's see. To stand out in this super competitive market, you must harness the power of AI and develop innovative products and services. You need to dive into AI technologies to tap into specific niches, create one-of-a-kind features, or go after market segments that are just begging for a disruption. Then, by the book, whip up a unique value proposition that shows off the perks of your AI-fueled solutions to your customers. Sounds easy. The question is how to discover that unique value that ensures success. And the key to standing out in the business is understanding and addressing your customer needs, obviously. This is where AI comes in handy because it can analyze large amounts of data quickly and efficiently, which can help us understand our customers better. Take an online education platform for an example. AI can analyze data and identify patterns like students consistently dropping out of a certain stages in a course. This could mean that these parts of the course are too hard, confusing, or uninteresting. AI can dive deeper then into these problem points. It might look at the test scores, assignments, or students' interactions with the course materials. From this analysis, AI can suggest improvements, maybe certain topics need more resources or different teaching methods. But AI doesn't stop there. If the problem is that a course isn't tailored to individual student needs, AI can help create personalized learning paths. If a student is struggling with a topic, AI can suggest easier topics or teaching methods that better suit their learning style. In this way, AI is a two-step solution. One part identifies the problem and the other solves it. This makes AI a powerful tool in understanding and meeting the customer needs. Let's move to the next challenge. With the vast amount of information available online, students can become overwhelmed. It's crucial for educators to guide students towards appropriate resources and adapt the curriculum to their levels, interests, capabilities. AI can address this challenge by creating information and customizing the curriculum to suit students' abilities, interests, and preferences. Furthermore, instead of imposing a fixed timetable, AI-powered EdTech solution can adjust to the student's schedule, providing a suitable number of learning hours per week, and etc. And let's take an example. Real-world example of this is the Lingualio app. It eases the process of learning foreign languages by acknowledging that learners frequently quit due to lack of motivation. For instance, when they are forced to focus solely on grammar. Lingualeo mitigates the risks by offering courses tailored to a student-specific objectives, such as preparing for a business trip, as an example. Additionally, it assesses your language proficiency from the start, preventing you from wasting time on already familiar material. As we discuss personalization in learning, it's key to remember that power of AI should benefit every learner. This includes those who may face challenges in traditional learning environments due to disabilities or unique needs. This is where Cookbook comes into play. This tool uses AI to create personalized learning paths specifically for students with learning disabilities and unique needs. Their mission is straightforward: to provide a learning experience that is tailored to each individual's knowledge and skills. It dynamically assesses a student's understanding, pinpoints their struggles, and then determines the most effective path for them to progress. The outcome: students are more engaged, less likely to fail, and more motivated to achieve that degree. And here we come to the next challenge: maintaining the attention and engagement of learners. As you know, even the most well-suited learning materials can be downright boring, dull, and tough to grasp if they are presented in an overly complex or tedious way. AI can enhance engagement through personalization, gamification, interactive content, social learning tools, intelligent tutoring, and even VR or AR. All these methods can transform learning into a more effective and enjoyable process. Seeking other innovations? So have you considered interactive learning through videos? There is a tool for that as well, Kiwi. Kiwi is an AI-powered tool that takes video-based learning to a whole new level, whether it's an engineering or science video. Kiwi allows learners to ask questions, obtain content summaries, and even conduct self-quizzes. In my opinion, it's a game changer for learning from videos. Okay, I can almost hear some of you thinking, all right, but where is GPT? For those who are drawn to this webinar by the promise of GPT goodness, your wait is over. Let's delve straight into an exciting example, Duolingo Max, a new subscription plan from Duolingo featuring the new AI-based tools. First, the explain my answer. Second, the role play options. These innovative features enable learners to receive detailed feedback on their responses and continually fine-tune their language skills through engaging dialogues. It's somewhat like having a personal language tutor available around the clock. Quite impressive. Also, it's worth mentioning that these new features are exclusively available in the most expensive subscription tier. This illustrates an excellent example of how the company has identified a fresh source of revenue by integrating AI into its product. Okay, want more GPT? Another example is Class, an online learning platform that introduces the Class AI teaching assistant powered by ChatGPT. In order to increase engagement and learning outcomes in live classes, the tool lets students ask questions and receive immediate, relevant answers based on the material being taught. So creating engaging lessons sounds fantastic, but how do we convince teachers who might be reluctant to embrace new ideas, worrying they will be challenging and time-consuming? Well, it won't come as a surprise when I say that AI can lend a helping hand in that as well, because there is a solution for this challenge, Lesson Plan AI. It's an innovative platform that for AI-powered personalized lessons planning. It saves teachers time by providing superior lesson plans with guided exercises and evaluations. What's interesting, the plans can be customized to align with each teacher's distinctive approach and style. In addition to course creation, the teachers also face the time-consuming challenge of grading assignments and assessments. This often leads to students waiting for feedback on their written projects and tests. And let's turn our attention to Intellimetric, an AI-based essay grading platform. It swiftly grades essays and provides tailored feedback in multiple languages. The platform learns from expertly scored responses to mimic human scoring nuances accurately. Moreover, an impressive feature, legitimacy detection, rejects off-topic or offensive submissions. Students can submit papers repeatedly for grading, facilitating continuous improvement without burdening teachers. And thus, we have come to the last but very important challenge that I wanted to discuss today. In the EdTech sector, it's common that business owners and employees have different priorities and perspectives. Founders focus on product launch, innovation, and business growth, while employees prioritize students' impact and practical implementation. Furthermore, concerns about emerging technologies like AI replacing teachers have grown with the increasing popularity of AI in education, as highlighted by McKinsey study. In this case, the key solution isn't AI itself, but communication. It's crucial to understand and address your employees' fears and reservations, striving to find a shared direction. Assure them that AI won't eliminate their job, instead it will streamline their task. The language of benefits will certainly resonate best. And by this, I don't mean business jargon such as potential investment increases, sales growth, etc. Rather focus on the benefits that are important from the perspectives of both the teacher and the student. Lastly, it's essential to provide your employees with the appropriate training to ensure they understand how to utilize AI solutions. Building trust in AI models can also be achieved through explainable AI. This approach allows users to understand and interpret the predictions made by the AI model, providing transparency on why certain decisions were made. This visibility can help in identifying potential missteps and improving overall performance. And by the way, at D-Labs, we have seen that success of this method firsthand as we have implemented it in a project for a major international EdTech platform. In our case study, we developed an explainable recommendation engine for a global EdTech platform. It enabled the student support team to understand why the software recommended specific courses to students, thereby increasing trust in the system and facilitating further improvements. If this piques your interest and you would like to check it out now, you can scan the QR code displayed on this slide or wait for the presentation I will send after the webinar. Let's come back to GPT. Let's explore several examples of how GPT models can be implemented in the EdTech business to complement and enhance your current offerings. As for the examples of how you can apply GPT in your business, there are numerous possibilities, ranging from virtual tutor, adaptive learning, and content creation to professional development solution. Ultimately, the choice depends on your individual needs. In fact, most of the solutions I mentioned earlier can be developed using GPT. So let me not delve into each one. Feel free to take a screenshot if you wish. Remember, I will be sending out the presentation, the webinar recording. Instead of deep diving into each example, I've opted for a different angle today in our discussion today. Recently, my team and I have been creating AI tools for different areas like sales and healthcare. And this made me think, why not to make an EdTech tool just for this webinar? We did have to delay this session to make it happen, but I think it was worth the wait. So everyone, here is our online student helper that we made especially for this webinar. I will present it in a while, but let's start from the example. Let's take a minute to step into the shoes of your customers, the eager learners who turn to universities, private schools, or training centers, or learning platforms with a hunger for knowledge. Whenever they are hunting for the perfect university, or simply trying to find a course that fits like a glove, they are bound to have a million questions. And they need to answer, they need answers to better understand the process, specifics of learning at certain institutions, what course or program will fit their current skills and the future aspirations the best, and so on. Now imagine having all these questions, but not finding the answers you need. Frustrating. We thought so too, and that's where AI-powered virtual student assistant comes in. We have built these solutions to act like a highly knowledgeable, personalized guide that's always at hand. You have a question about the course content, the faculty qualification, how does a certain program fit into your career plans? Our system can provide precise, personalized responses to all these queries and more. The tool is designed to provide clear, detailed, and relevant information for every individual query. Think of it as your own personal assistant there to help you navigate your educational journey with ease. As we consider the challenge of providing exceptional customer experience in the education sector, we identified three primary needs. First, there is a need for clear and detailed information, from the specifics of the curriculum and courses to the qualifications of faculty members. Students want to know it all. Second, communication needs to be responsive. In the digital age, nobody likes to be kept waiting. List of all eager students seeking answers. So institutions need to aim for speedy and efficient responses to any queries. And lastly, personalizations plays a significant role. Education is not a one-size-fits-all service, and each student has unique needs and goals. Tailoring communication and recommendations to individual requirements and aspirations can greatly enhance the student experience. This is where our AI-based solution comes into play, delivering personalized information and guidance to each student. It's like having a personal academic advisor available at all times. All right, enough talk. Let me try to make a quick demo about that. Right. Okay, so we have this chat, and bear in mind that this is a around 2 weeks of the development by a very small team. So of course it's limited, but just to show how much you can build with using the present technology, in this particular example, ChatGPT or GPT, because we are using API in a very short time. I will show the examples, but feel free to maybe post on the chat if you would like to ask it any questions. Okay, I will start from introducing myself. maybe reload. Yeah, it works. Okay. I like EdTech and AI. Let's say. So I spent some time as a developer, which is true, and I would like to learn more about the business and product design. What are your long-term career goals? I would like to build EdTech product and start a company. I love working with people. Right, and what it does, it gives me some directions what I can do in terms of fields. So based on your interest in EdTech, AI in business, your skills development, and your goals of starting a company, here are 3 suggested fields of study. So it gives potential directions what it can do if it finds appropriate university or already existing course. It will offer also the directions to which university we can already apply with that. And it gives me already the potential universities that I can apply to get this career path. All right. Let's get back to the presentation. All right. Short break for a sip of coffee. I can almost hear you asking, how did you do this? You might think we just fed a bunch of data to a GPT model, slapped on a user-friendly design, and voila, all done. But let me tell you, it's far from being that straightforward. And I see that in my business practice that people are taking ChatGPT but don't certainly know how to use it to their own business cases and what are the limitations. And with the years of experience in AI, we understand that creating such a tool involves tackling key aspects to ensure efficiency and avoid resources wastage. But fear not, you're in the right place today. I'm going to break it all down for you. All right, let's dive in, and I will walk you through the crucial steps of this process. I will aim to make it understandable for everyone, regardless of their technical knowledge. Let's start with the fact that, as you have seen, this is our proprietary software utilizing models like GPT, provided by OpenAI for developers. Therefore, it's not a plugin or any other tool operating directly within ChatGPT. Let's dive into the individual steps. The first step involved gathering appropriate data. In this case, it was information about universities and courses from which our assistant selects the best options for our students. In the second step, we focus on the right data cleaning and pre-processing, and the aim here is to eliminate any errors and unnecessary information. This step is an essential part of any data-related work, ensuring our model will be more accurate and reliable. This step also includes structuring the data, which involves organizing it in a format that simplifies analysis and use in ML models. It involves converting raw data into a format that is easy to understand, manipulate, and process by ML algorithms. All this data is accessible in our internal system. In the third step, we analyzed the models and techniques we would use to maximize data efficiency. As you know, we choose GPT models from OpenAI. And given that we use an external provider, OpenAI, where the cost of using the GPT model depends on the volume of processed data. So we decided to utilize a method called embedding data. In a nutshell, embedding is the process of converting complex data into forms easier to understand and process by algorithms, in example, numbers. And in our assistant's context, this means assigning unique numerical identifiers to each university, course of study, and other data that our AI assistant can easily analyze and compare. Simply put, embeddings place each word as a point on a coordinate system. Words with similar meanings are located close to each other. For example, the word apple would be located close to the word pear. As they are both fruits, but far from the word London. Why did we do this? By transforming every course description into this form, we ensure that similar courses are close to each other on the chart. Thus, we wanted to find information about the courses related to the word computer science. We would also embed this word onto the chart. Everything located close to this point on the chart will be semantically linked to the word, and to find the nearest points on the chart, we don't need the AI model, but rather mathematical calculations. This results in financial savings. Additionally, embeddings allows faster and more efficient data processing outside the AI model, meaning we can get the needed results quicker and use, obviously, fewer credits. Then we move onto contextual prompts. Note that our assistant, unlike ChatGPT, asks questions to the users, while GPT waits until we ask it a question. To make our system work this way, we had to program it to ask invisible to users questions to GPT. Furthermore, our system includes invisible end user prompts and hints, which appropriately manage the generation of responses. In our system, we changed the context of certain courses of study when certain courses of study were selected, and the model was introduced on how to conduct the conversation to suggest the best courses for a given person. It was also important to teach it not just to provide answers, but also to justify its choice. Moreover, we determined after how many questions it should suggest schools. In our case, this was 5 questions. It's worth adding that our system has not only information about the courses of study, but also all the knowledge that GPT model possesses. This means if you ask it a question not related to education, it will be able to answer. However, it's programmed to eventually guide the user in a way that suggests specific educational paths. Next, we focused on the proper application of semantic search methods. This is where calculations searching for the closest points on the graph occur. The embeddings of the courses deducted by ChatGPT are compared with the embeddings of the course description. The 3 closest ones are chosen and sent to ChatGPT as additional information to discuss. This happens behind the scenes, unbeknownst to the user. This process enables the model to grasp new context and question meanings, helping it deliver highly precise and accurate responses. It adjusts to the user's needs, context, and carries on the conversation using the most suited courses of study. The 7th step involved testing our model's effectiveness. We assess its performance and introduce necessary corrections to enhance its accuracy and reliability. And when the system functions satisfactorily, we created a simple user interface that allows our users to interact with the system. And finally, we integrated the system with a live environment and made it available to our users. This completed the creation and implementation of our AI assistant and providing personalized, efficient service to help users navigate their educational choices. And in the next weeks, we will already, just to let you know, implement this within one of our customers' platform to enhance their offerings. Setting up a GPT-based system might seem straightforward, but it presents its own challenges, especially for those without machine learning experience. And the major issue with ChatGPT is its tendency to lose context in conversations, which can make it appear forgetful. Adequate training can help mitigate this issue by enhancing its contextual memory. Additionally, preparing training data for ChatGPT is a time-consuming process that demands careful consideration of text length, data processing logic, and it's crucial to remember that using external tools like OpenAI involves potential risks such as price increases and service downtimes. So making contingency plans is vital. In certain instances, building your own models may be the best solution. And finally, keep in mind that ChatGPT can occasionally fabricate information. Not all content generated is reliable. It may offer inaccurate responses. Therefore, it's important to approach its output with caution. Okay, so the question is how to overcome these limitations. Well, of course, always it's wise to partner with an experienced AI company like DLabs AI. Our team has extensive experience in developing GPT-based solutions, catering to both our clients' needs and our own in-house projects. We have established efficient strategies to mitigate or even entirely eliminate the constraints we have discussed earlier. Let's not focus on the self-promotion, of course, at this juncture. Instead, let's dive into our next topic, which is frequent risks involved in creating a new AI-based business models and explore strategies to circumvent them. A major risk with AI is bias in the decision-making algorithms. AI systems learn from their training data, and if those data sets have biases, the system may adopt them, potentially affecting decisions. This is especially risky in areas like student grading. Take one example from the UK. During the COVID pandemic, the UK cancelled A-level exams and instead used an algorithm to determine grades. This algorithm took into account a school historical performance, each student's ranking for the subject. Each student's ranking for the subject, the teacher's evaluation of how the exam would have gone, and the past exam results. As a result, nearly 40% of students received lower grades than expected. The issue arose because the system used historical data from schools to grade individual students. This meant that if no one from school had received the highest grade in the past 3 years, then it was almost impossible for any student to achieve it that year. Thus, these types of systems should always keep human in the loop for the final assessment. The International Data Corporation predicts by 2025, the global data sphere will reach 175 zettabytes, offering vast amounts of data for business to manage. With this expansion, risks around exposing personal information increase, making privacy protection even harder. Data leaks can harm a company's reputation and break laws. Thus, many laws are being enacted to regulate personal data handling. And many AI systems aim to make predictions through the complex algorithms that can be hard for even the creators to fully understand. And this lack of transparency making them black boxes has led lawmakers to consider potential controls. We can see the narration going on now in the European Parliament, especially, and not only. However, explainable AI, as previously mentioned, can help alleviate this problem. Okay, given the potential dangers of artificial intelligence that have been discussed, the issue of legal liability arises, obviously, and suppose an AI system employs complex algorithms and machine learning to enhance decision-making capabilities. In that case, it raises the question of who should be held legally accountable for the results. Is it a company responsibility, the developer's responsibility, or the systems? Every problem and challenge is different and must be treated individually. Fortunately, my team and I know very well how to avoid all the risks associated with the AI implementation. How we can help you? If you're planning to implement AI but don't know how to get started, I will be more happy to help you. As you can see on the slide, we offer both consulting, assistance in building AI products, and create entire end-to-end solution. That's because our team includes not only AI experts, but also front-end, back-end, or QA specialists. So we are able to build the entire project from scratch. And at D-Labs, we have expanded our offerings to include GPT-powered solutions. What can we do for you? We can integrate GPT into your products, boost your team's efficiency by automating routine tasks, and build innovative AI tools that can revolutionize your business. We can also help you create AI-powered employees that work tirelessly increasing operational capacity. For those of you interested in exploring the potential of GPT in your unique business context, we offer the opportunity to order a GPT proof of concept. This service, available at fixed price, allows you to use your company proprietary data to evaluate the potential of GPT firsthand. Finally, we offer you the chance to publish your own ChatGPT plugin accessible directly within this platform. So I encourage you to set up a free consultation with us, and we can already give you some hints and directions how to approach. In today's webinar, we are discussing the opportunities AI presents for expanding and optimizing business models in the EdTech sector. We can help you leverage AI not only to enhance your current services, but also to innovate and create new revenue streams, as we've done that in the past. We can guide you through the adoption of various business models, from traditional licensing agreements to modern strategies like software as a service, subscription-based, or usage-dependent models, of course. So I encourage you to touch base with me, and we offer 1 hour free consultation. Worth to check how AI and D-Labs can help you specifically.